Praise your holy name. Praise your holy name. Barakatha Yahweh, Barakatha Yahweh Shah. Barakatha Yahweh, Barakatha Yahweh Shah. Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shah Kukrakadash. Praise your holy name. You're so beautiful and worthy to be praised. We like to give double honors to them elders at Great Millstone, on down to them youngins that's preaching this word sincerely with no gimmicks. Man's goings are of the Lord, Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shah. So the man's goings in and out, the things you do on a daily basis, your life that you done had from birth to now are of the Lord's, It's not of your own doings. First precept is Sirach 18:1-3. He that liveth forever created all things, general. The Lord Yahweh only is righteous, and there is none other but He. So only the Lord King Yahweh is righteous, and none other than He. Who governs the world with the palm of His hands, and all things obey His will. So His will is our will, So every day you get up, it's His will, of the elect, and everybody that's moving on this earth. For He is the King of all, by His power dividing holy things among them from profane. So from holy things to profane things, He's in charge of them. He moves it. He has angels, to bid His work, to do what He say. They gather up, I'm willing to do it, You ask a few of them, is you ready for this? Which one of y'all want to do the bidding? To whom has He given power to declare His works? And who shall find out His noble acts? Question mark, So who's going to find out His noble acts, He done made everything on this earth, So who's not going to abide by His will, Your goings in is of the Lord's, It's not of your own doing, You might think you have free will to do what you may, but no, you don't. Job 33:15. Let's bring that to 14. For Yahweh speaks once, yea, twice, yet man perceives it not. In a dream, in a vision of the night, when deep sleep falls upon man, in slumbering upon the bed, then He opens the ears of the man and seals their instructions, So that's when He seals your instructions. Then you go about your way, When you wake up, you think you're doing what you supposed to do, or your will, but it's the Lord's will what you do, because He seals them instructions. So instructions, correction, So what you thought you was gonna do, He correct that, To open. To open, to be revealed, to disclose, to make known. So when He open up them ears, Then he opens the ears. When he opens the ears, he to be revealed, to disclose the information that you're gonna do, to make known your footsteps the next day. And then in a dream, in a vision. So when you have your dream in your vision, he prophecy, expectation by dream, vision. And then when he seals the instruction, to seal, to lock up, to close up, to reveal to something, to someone, to seal up. So he seals it up in your brain through the angels, and you do his will, not your own. Psalms 37:23. The steps of a good man are ordered by the Lord Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shah. And his delight is in his ways, So the steps of a good man are ordered by the Lord, So he doesn't have his own will. It's ordered by the Lord. Let's skip down to 31. The law of his power is in his heart. None of his steps shall slide. So the law of his God is in his heart, in his brain. None of his steps shall slide, So he's not going to slide to the left or slide to the right. He's going to slide right where the good Lord wants him to slide, You going to walk your path, When you woke up this morning, you didn't know the things that you was going to do. You thought you were going to do something, but these were sealed in instructions by the good Lord, Every night you fall asleep, instructions is put in there, Angel, send that angel down there, give them some more good word, tell them to listen to more, to more lessons, we have to get more information in his brain, we got to wake up them bones to the fullest. Don't have him do a lesson to 8 o'clock, let him listen to, lessons all day, to get that knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. And then around 8 o'clock, that's when he's going to do his lesson, to stew his information. Or have him to do it early in the morning when he wakes up, wash his face, get to work, get to the word. Psalm 75 and 4 through 10. I say unto the fool, deal not foolishly, and to the wicked, lift not up thy horn. So Esau, he's the fool, and the horn means power. Lift up not your horns on high, speak not with a stiff neck. But promotion comes neither from the east, nor from the west, nor from the south. But Yahweh is the judge. So Yahweh, does what he will. He promotes you on who to do. He puts down one and sets up another, So he's putting down Esau kingdom right now, and he's setting up another. Tabernacle of David. For in the hand of the Lord Yahweh there is a cup, and the wine is red, it is full of mixture, and he pours out of the same, but the dread thereof, all the wicked of the earth shall wring them out and drink them, you know. So that wine, you know, is slavery. Esau is going into slavery, you know, and he gonna drink that cup. It's mixture. Yes, he is, you know. So the Lord puts down who he wants to and raises up another, you know. He puts another man down and raises up another man. Proverbs 3, 5 through 6. Let not mercy and truth forsake thee. Bind thee upon thy neck. Write them upon the table of thy heart. So shall thou find favor and good understanding in the sight of God, Yahweh, and man. Trust in the Lord Yahweh with all thy heart, and lean not unto thy own understanding. In all thy ways acknowledge him, and he shall direct thy path. You know, so he's going to direct your path. You know, in all your ways acknowledge him. From the morning you wake up till you go to sleep. You know, acknowledge this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. You know, dig into these precepts. You know, and lean not onto your own understanding. Oh, what am I gonna do when Jacob's trouble come? You know, you might have a few plans and plots. You know, might have a little beans and rice, throw it up like myself, a little propane, you know, fire thing that you can cook on, you know. But at the end of the day, you know, it's gonna go the way the Most High wants you to go. You know, you might buy a tent and think you're going to go to the wilderness or be a pilgrim upon the earth. Excuse me. But he might have you to go to a FEMA camp, you know. It's not of our will, you know. So don't lean onto your own understanding, you know, thinking, you know, what I'm going to do when Jacob's trouble come, you know, what I'm going to do when this happen. Whatever you do, the Lord will seal the instructions, you know, when you slumbering in that bed sleeping. Proverbs 16 and 9. A man's heart devise his way, but the Lord Yahweh directs his steps. You know, so you might divide a way. Yeah, I'm gonna do this tomorrow. I'm gonna get up and do this. But the Lord Yahweh directs his steps. So you might think you finna go to the left, but he gonna lead you the way that he wants you to. He's gonna direct your steps, you know. So a man's goings, you know, are of the Lord's, not yours. First John 3 and 22. And whatsoever we ask, we receive of him, because we keep his commandments, you know, and do those things that are pleasing in his sight, you know. And what's pleasing in his sight? Doing his will, keeping his commandments. 2 Thessalonians 2, 10 through 12. And with all deceivableness of unrighteousness in them that perish, because they receive not the love of the truth, that they might be saved. And for this cause Yahweh shall send them strong delusions, that they should believe a lie. You know, so what's them strong delusions? He said he would send them, you know, while they sleeping, send that angel down there, send them, put a strong delusion for them not to get this, that they might be damned who believe not the truth, but has pleasure in unrighteousness, you know. So they have pleasure in unrighteousness, you know, so they be damned. So the Most High, you know, sends a strong delusion into them, you know. But for they can think they, you know, doing what they do, you know, have all the drugs they want to smoke, you know, screw all the women they want to screw, or vice versa. She screw all the men that she want, you know. The Most High sets certain people up to be deceived. It's the Most High that give it to them, you know. Just like He sets the righteous to be righteous, He sets the deceived and the deceiver, you know, to be deceived, you know. Romans 9, 15 through 19. For He said, Moses, I will have mercy on whom I have mercy, and I will have compassion on whom I will have compassion, you know. So the Most High does what He wants to do. It's His pleasure. So then, is it not for him that's willing, nor of him that runneth, but of Yahweh that stews mercy? For the scripture says unto Pharaoh, even for the same purpose have I raised up thee, that I might show my power in thee. You know, and that my name might be declared throughout all the earth. So the Most High hardened Pharaoh's heart, you know, to not let the children of Israel go, you know. With all them pledges and all them things, he been wanting to let them go, you know. But every night He sent the angel to harden his heart. And that's how He showed His power, you know. That's how the Most High, yeah, I'm going to get them out, you know. I'm going to take the children of Israel, my children, you know. It ain't going to be because Pharaoh want to let them go. Therefore has His mercy whom He will have mercy. Therefore He has mercy on whom He has mercy, and whom He will harden. Thou wilt say unto them, why does He find fault? For who has resisted His will? You know, and that's the key point. Who has resisted His will? Question mark. Nobody. You know, Keith Sweat said it the most. Nobody. You know. Nobody has resisted the Most High will. Because this is His chessboard. This is His movie. He moved the pawns, you know, and the queen and the king and all the other chess around the chessboard, you know. It's not the pawn moves himself. No. And we're going to have a quick precept. 2 Chronicles 20:6. And said, O Lord Yahweh, power of our fathers, are not thy Yahweh in heaven? Question mark. And rule it not thou over all kingdoms of the heathen? Question mark. And in thy hand is there not power and might, so that none is able to withstand thee? In Nobody's, able to withstand the Most High's will, you know. He built this for his pleasure, you know. Even though you might, feel like you're on this earth doing what you do, you're doing the Most High's bidding. The Most High hardened Pharaoh's heart to keep the children of Israel in captivity so he can show his power, who has resisted his will. So he put the spirit on Pharaoh to bring Pharaoh down. Pharaoh didn't do this for his own free will. He didn't do it of his own will. The Most High set that in his mind for the Most High to show his power that he has on the earth. So men's goings are of the Lord Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai. It's not of yours, Who knew? I never thought that I'd be right here, on Skid Row preaching the word, When I was growing up, I was selling drugs, gang banging, chasing women, If it was up to me, but it ain't up to me. I'm falling into my lot. This is my lot, So it ain't up to me. It's the Lord's will that I do what I do. And I'm glad that it's his will that I'm doing what I do. Because if not, I'll be lost in the sauce, I'm glad that he's giving me this knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. Aren't you, brothers? John 14 and 15. If ye love me, keep my commandments. So we're keeping his commandments by walking the walk in his ways, by doing the work. A quick precept for that. First John 5 and 3. For this is the love of Yahweh, that we keep his commandments, and his commandments are not grievous. So his commandments is not grievous, I'm not grieved that I gotta do this, I'm really happy that to do something for the Most High, just like the angels, I'm willing, Thank you, Most High, for giving me, the opportunity to do this. Daniel 4 and 17. This matter is by decree of the watchers, and the demand by the word of the holy ones. We the watchers. To the intent that the living may know that the Most High ruleth the kingdom of man. So the Most High, he ruleth the kingdom of the man. And give it to whomever he will, and set up over it the basics of man. So the Most High rules in the kingdom, he gives it to who he will. Quick precept. Psalms 9 and 16. The Lord Yahweh is known by the judgment which he executes. The wicked is snared in the works of his own hands. Hagatana. Shalom. So the Lord executes everything on this earth. He has a right hand and a left hand to do his bidding. So don't think that it's of your own will that you doing what you do, or you go where you go. The Most High, has you to go that way, for you to do a certain thing, a certain work. Jeremiah 29:11. For I know the thoughts that I think towards you, says the Lord Yahweh, thoughts of peace and not of evil, to give you an expected end. You know, so he's giving you an expected end. You're not giving yourself an expected end. You're not running nothing. It's the Lord's will to give you expected end, that he think not evil to give you, but he thinks evil of Esau, and he's going to give him a terrible ending. You know, a quick precept for that is Jeremiah 30, 18 through 22. Thus says the Lord Yahweh, behold, I will bring again the captivity of Jacob's tents, and have mercy on his dwelling place, and the city shall be builded upon her upon heaps, and the palace shall remain after the manner thereof. And out of them shall proceed thanksgiving, and the voice of them that make merry, and I will multiply them. They shall not be few. I will glorify them, and they shall not be small. Their children also shall be aforetime, and their congregation shall be established before me, and I will punish all that oppress them. And their nobles shall be of themselves, and their governors shall proceed from the midst of them. And I will cause him to draw near. So I will cause him to draw near, you know. So the Most High is going to cause us to draw near. And he shall approach unto me. For who this that engage his heart to approach unto me? Question mark. Says the Lord Yahweh. You know, so he's gonna give us everything that we lost. You know, we're gonna have a beautiful time in the kingdom. He's gonna even their children also shall be aforetime. You know, so even the children that we may lose, in this Jacob's trouble, they're gonna come back to us. We're gonna have all of our children back. In every last captivity that we had, if we had children in them, he's going to bring them back to us. We're going to have a mansion full of kids, We're going to have to build more space for them. Jeremiah 10:23. O Lord Yahweh, I know that the way of man is not in himself, So he even though Jeremiah knew I know that the way of man is not in himself. It is not in man that walketh to direct his steps. So the Lord, he directs our steps, Every move you make, every step you take, it's the Lord that's moving you. So don't think that, lean on to, that think you doing something spectacular or marvelous. It's the Lord that's moving you to do these things. The Lord is waking up your dry bones. The Lord is breathing life into you. The Lord is pulling you out of darkness. Isaiah 46:9-10. Remember the former things of old, for I am Yahweh, and there is none else. I am Yahweh, and there is none like me. Declaring the end from the beginning, And from the ancient time, the things that are not yet done, say, my counsel shall stand. So his counsel shall stand. What he counseled, what he says. And I will do all my pleasure. So, no free will. The Lord guides your every step. Old times, past, ancestors, your purpose, willing, desire. The Lord guides all that. Quick precept 45 and 21. Look unto me and be ye saved, all the ends of the earth, for I am Yahweh, and there is none else. Deuteronomy 32 and 7. Remember the days of old. Consider the years of many generations. Ask thy father, and he will stew thee, the elders, and they will tell thee. So this is the Most High thing, So every move you make, every step you take, men's goings are of the Lord's, not yours. Isaiah 30 and 21. From every piece of food you eat, and thy ears shall hear a word behind thee, saying, this is the way, walk ye in it. When ye turn to the right hand, and when ye turn to the left, So and thy ears shall hear a word behind thee, saying, this is the way, walk ye in it, So you will walk in the way that the Lord wants you to walk in, If you're the elect, you're going to walk in a special way, Not saying that you're not going to, go through a furnace, that affliction, the trials and tribulations, but, you're one of the untouchables, Nobody's going to pluck you out of the Most High hand. Quick precept, Isaiah 35, 8 and 9. And a highway shall be there, and a way, and it shall be called the way of holiness. The unclean shall not pass over it, but it shall be for those